Let's get a little creative for lunch, shall we? Some chicken my mom brought from school, apparently part of the kids' lunch and the teacher's lunch. You want to have protein? This is how you do it. Have your meat with your protein? That's how you do it. Come on. Move. Don't want to. Oh, so just that. There we go. Perfect. Okay, just a little bit of meat protein. Yeah, a lot of horns have been going off lately around here. I understand it's almost the end of the school year and graduations are happening and kids are getting out. Come on. You know, I get your excitement like, hey, we're free, we're free. Been there, done that, you know what I mean? But, come on, calm down. Calm the F down, as they would say. But, hey, kids are going to be happy. We're free, no more school. Well, don't be too excited because the more you're excited, the quicker your vacation will end, as the old saying goes, you know? And by the way, the reason I'm doing this is because one time I was showing off the candies I got I got for Easter, excuse me. And somebody was suggesting, oh, why don't you do, a taste, an eating thing or taste thing? And I'm like, maybe I could consider that someday. But then also I've been watching the YouTube channel Lucky Penny Shop, which has been around for, I guess, since almost the beginning of YouTube. Basically about maybe 12 to 13 years. And they're a very good show. I mean, they're a very good YouTube channel. And what the guy does on Lucky Penny Shop is he basically did I use? Oh yeah, I need to add another piece there. No, but what he does basically is he showcases and utilizes some old, I guess you could say cookware and everything, but it's not the kind of cookware like an adult would use, It's more along the lines of cookware that still gets sold today for the young at heart, for the young, if you will. Like the Easy Bakes, and, stuff that predate the Easy Bakes, stuff like that. He's even showcased and utilized that kind of stuff from the days of, believe it or not, the 1920s, not 1920s, but almost the 1920s. I would say 1930s and a bit earlier than that. But he's actually showcased some of those on his channel. He's actually showcased some of those on his channel, and they're very popular with viewers because some of his videos, even in recent years, have hit the millions. And all he's doing is just showing you how to use the product and everything, how to put it together. Kind of suggest coming up with your own creative recipes and everything. Instead of what they suggest and stuff. And that's pretty cool. And he's not just limited to that either. He'll even look over and talk about some of the handheld games. And I'm not talking Game Boy. I'm talking more along the lines of Tiger and other, handhelds like Konami's and third-party brands and stuff like that. Outside of those. So he will talk about those and showcase what they can do if they still work. And again, I should say his primary thing when it comes to doing his videos is talking about the little cook ovens or little bakery accessories and all that you can utilize. In fact, one that he did 11 years ago. One that he did 11 years ago was a 7-Up one. And I will say this. I'm kind of surprised that some of these, even exist. What I mean? I understand that, if you're a big brand, you want to get your brand out there. Don't get me wrong, about that. Don't get me wrong about that. I understand if you're a big brand and everything, you want to get your brand out there. And that's cool. That's great and everything. But what he does is he goes on eBay apparently and buys a lot of these things. He buys a lot of these sets, like the McDonald's sets, the Domino's sets, you name it. And what they allow you to do, as I mentioned earlier, as he would tell you, is they let you cook your own recipe. Not just your own recipes, but they instruct you on how to use the stuff. They instruct you on how to use the ingredients that they have included. Now, one of the things he does, thankfully, is if something is a little too old, something's a little too old, what he does, and let me just put this here in the center. What he does, and let me just lift this for a sec. Let me just put this over here, so you can see better. And have this thing hold it up as best as it can. But one of the things he does is if one of the items, like let's say the microwave item here, it's a toy, it's basically a kiddified microwave, if you will. Let's say that might be, a little, like let's say the ingredients in that are way expired, if you will, because there are some things that he will, some ingredients he'll bring out, like let's say, let me if I can show some. Show some, for example, like this is a recent item, of course. This is recent that we got at Walmart, but think of it like a little smaller pack, like maybe this size pack, if you will, that gets included. Some of those items, if you will, like I say, will be so past due that he'll just be like, you know what, that's fine. I'm going to go out. I'm going to get my own item. And he does. He goes out and gets his own items that are similar and more, I guess you could say, up to date to what what is included. And like I said, some of the things that he uses are basically like, let's say, they're basically like, let's say, some of the things he uses sometimes. So I clean this off a little bit here. And sorry about that. I'll just put this back up. As I say, try to get it as balanced as I can. Like I said, what was it? Oh yeah. What he does is, like I said, he uses some of the items he uses, like I said, are similar to what's recommended in everything. Sorry if I lost my train of thought there. I was cleaning up the table. But yeah, he will basically use items similar to what I just showed you, but more recent, because sometimes the items he'll use will be so out of, like I said, so out of date that he doesn't want to get sick or anything. And I'm surprised that some of these items that get sold on eBay, depending on how much for, still include all the items. It's like people buy them back then, even like they do today, and they don't use them. They don't use them at all. If they do, they barely do. And they don't use the, the ingredients included because they have their own. But yeah, but like I said, he has done episodes to where he'll get like something like recommend soda. He'll have an item from all the way back in the 1960s or 70s, and he'll clean that up and he'll use it. And he's not the only channel that does it, but he's the most well-known one as far as I'm concerned that does it. So shout out to Lucky Penny Shop. And sorry if I kind of lost track a little bit. Like I said, I was trying to clean the table and everything and get my lunch ready here. But yeah, he will basically, like I said, he will use items that are essentially, I'll be right back. But all right, sorry about that. But like I said, he'll clean his items and he'll use them, is what he'll do. He'll clean the items and use them, if you will. All right. Looks like this is done. Gonna probably have to clean the microwave just a bit. Little bit of a turkey bologna, whatever you want to call it, like sandwich. So, right there. Using the Land O'Lakes chicken breast bologna or deli meat, and the chicken, cut up that my mom brought from school. So yeah, getting creative for lunch, and I think a lot of us do that as well. But that again, shout out to Lucky Penny Shop and everything, because again, his channel, he'll go by what they suggest, and sometimes he'll also experiment. He'll experiment with his own ideas and go from there and see what happens. Like, there was one item he had that where he was like, okay, well, this could do this. I wonder if it could do a hamburger, so he could create a sloppy Joe, and he was able to do that. So he was able to experiment and find out, hey, this thing could do more than what it suggests, what it recommends. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here, do this little video, show you a little creativity of my own, adding basically the turkey that my mom brought from school, as well as, the Land O'Lakes as well, and added a little cheese as well. So, yeah, that's lunch right there. That's lunch right there. And that's all I can say, guys. So let me know what you're